What's going on, USG fam? Happy Wednesday. I'm excited to bring you this week's In the Word Wednesday out of John chapter 18, verses 16 to 17. But Peter had to wait outside at the door. The other disciple, who was known to the high priest, came back, spoke to the servant girl on duty there, and brought Peter in. "You aren't one of this man's disciples too, are you?" she asked Peter. He replied, "I am not." Now, I'm sure many of you are familiar with the story of Peter's denial, but I want to talk about the reason of why Peter denied Jesus. We see throughout the Gospels, Peter was a bold disciple of Christ. And just a few verses prior to this, we see that when Jesus was initially arrested, Peter pulled out a sword and cut off the ear of one of the soldiers arresting Jesus. So certainly he was bold and ready to defend his Lord. But what changed? And what I believe the biggest thing that changed in Peter's life was there was so much opposition surrounding Jesus at that moment. He was being arrested. Thousands of people were against Jesus and clamoring for his death. That Peter felt this burden that being a follower of Jesus would mean that he would be opposed as well. And I think in the modern day, and especially in the sport industry, there is much opposition to Jesus. And we as believers can be opposed as well if we claim to follow Christ. And I want to encourage you, believer, to not be like Peter, to not choose to deny Jesus just because the world around you and the voices around you are in opposition to him. Stand firm. And as Romans 1:16 tells us, let us never be ashamed of the gospel of Christ.